All right, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 13. It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and shalom to all the brothers out here laboring in this truth with sincerity. And, just coming back with another quick lesson, Lord willing, it'll be edifying, now it's coming more and more vital that we, endure. Things are revving up. Wickedness is revving up. Sifting is revving up. You got various groups that don't believe what the MOTB really is. They seem to think it's spiritual, and this is a way that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is sifting. You got demons attacking brothers as well as sisters, and as well as hey, 2/3, man. Which that we're not concerned with them anyway. But hey, we are to distance ourselves from those that are not on the same page with us. Whether it be your so-called family members or friends, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is pouring out judgment. And like you say, as well as sifting. So, hey, we want to stay, tight-knit with the brotherhood, as well as studying, fasting, praying, so we can build up our strength, man, to endure, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So, speaking of the 2/3, man, they're not going to make it. So we go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, and of course, verse 8. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, and verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." And that third, is the elect, and that's what we're striving to be. Lord willing, we are of that number, man. That 144 first and foremost. We'll go to verse 9. It says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried." And that's going to take endurance. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to put us through things that, we may seem like we won't be able to make it through, whether it be in the time of Jacob's trouble, before then, we're going to be tested, man. You have to be tested, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai has to, well, he know, they know, but, you just have to be tested, refined, and made into that complete new man, because this is a great thing that is, that we can't even comprehend, having salvation, ruling over the nations, man. We've been downtrodden so long to the point, now we're coming into ourselves. But, before, we expect to be subservient, so to speak. You didn't have that rulership mentality, as we do now. We can care less about what goes on in this place, man. We know what's to come. So within that time, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to try us, man. We're going to go through all kinds of trials and tribulations, but it's going to take endurance to make it. And continuing on, it says, "They shall call on my name, which is Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, And I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. And that's who we call on, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. There's no other name, as we can get it right here. The book of Acts, chapter 4. It says, this book of Acts chapter 4 verse 12, it says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So if anybody else coming in a whole nother name, whether it be Jesus, Yahweh, Yeshua, any of those names, man, they're going off. The true name of the Father and Son is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. No other name. And this is not meant to be long, man. It's just going into endurance. It's going to take a great amount of endurance to go through the things that we're going to be faced with. And this is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, are upon the sinful kingdom. And that's speaking of, Babylon the Great, man, here in America, and under the rulership of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. It says, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. This place is going to be utterly destroyed via nuclear missiles, man. World War III, whether people believe it or not, is going to happen because the Lord has already ordained this to happen. And as you can see, he's putting it on the spirits of these Edomites, mainly here in Babylon the Great, to stir this thing up, man. They're contributing weapons to Ukraine, tanks, and encouraging other countries to do the same, So, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is stirring these Edomites up. And it's going down, man. World War III. It says, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. And this is speaking of the elect only. And as for the other people, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which shall say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So, this is all about the elect, man. And the times that we're gonna come upon, where we're coming upon, we're gonna see a lot of casualties, a lot of famine, a lot of death and destruction, all around this country, man. It's coming. You got, we're on the brink of a total recession, as well as the implementation of the MOTB, as well as, you never know what else these devils got planned, man. Sure to come another so-called pandemic is probably gonna hit. Anything to rattle the people, and it's coming. So we're gonna continue to press on, man. All right, this book of Sirach, chapter 2, and we're gonna go to verse 14. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall visit you? So we want to strive to be patient within this truth, man. Nothing happens overnight. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to make sure that, the greatest accomplishment throughout the history of our known world, man. Salvation. Why would this be an easy task? This is something that's gonna have to be earned, and we're gonna have to go through that fire, man. So we can't lose patience, and we got to stay on that path, man. Got to stay on the right path. Continue to Abide in this truth. You know. From there we'll go to the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2. And it says, okay, there you see the heading. It says, "Be strong, man," and that's what we ought to do. You know, I know a lot of the times, brothers get weak, and first and foremost, I'm speaking of myself, man. But in the times of being low, you want to just get into the scriptures, get into watching lessons, as well as making lessons. As well as staying in contact with your brothers, man. All right, this book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, "Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushua." It says, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. So, we got to be strong and continue to keep sound doctrine first and foremost, man. Like these other groups going off on the MOTB, totally leading their flock astray and just going off, All right, verse 3, it says, "Therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach." So, with these things coming up, man, we're going to have to continue in the truth, bringing out the truth to negate all this false doctrine being poured out, and it's going to take endurance, because these things are going to constantly continue to multiply, the false doctrines, the scoffers, the wickedness, the demons, all these things coming up against you. And you still got to maintain and function within this world, We're not trying to be a part of this world, but we still have to take care of our families, our bills, whatever we have, man, to maintain ourselves. So, it's going to take endurance to do this, man. Not a sprint, but a marathon. All right, we're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 48. We're going to go to verse 10. And it says, "Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction." So we are going to be faced with afflictions. Let's go to that word, affliction. Let's get this word, affliction.
Strong's H, 6040. Oni.
It says affliction, poverty, misery, affliction, poverty, depression, misery, afflicted, trouble. And you see it, man, and it's not a good thing. These are not good things to have to go through, but these are the things that we're going to have to go through, and he that overcomes, man, So these things are for us, when we get down in the spirit, man. That's a part of that's affliction, We've been afflicted, we're in trouble, with day-to-day activities, whether you're going to work, going to the plantation and you hate your job, you can't stand your boss, or whether you got a wicked wife or wicked children, whatever the case may be, it's all afflictions. But we are to endure those things and overcome them. And that's why we have these scriptures, man. This is our refuge, man. All right, we'll get one more. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2. It says, "Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble, you know. And we have many troubles that plague us from day to day. And we're not to make hasty decisions, man. You know, we need to fast and pray, you know, and take counsel among the brotherhood. You know, we don't want to make hasty decisions, man, you know. But it's all a part of being in this truth, man. You know, if we were worldly, then, you know, it'll be something different. We wouldn't even care how what went down. You know, maybe you'll care, but your decisions will be probably the total opposite of what you'll make, you know. Unless Yahweh Shem Shai is really working with you, you know. But, you know, the bottom line, man, we got to endure. We got to constantly pray, constantly keep Yahweh Shem Shai in the forefront of every activity that we take part in. You know, constantly praying that Yahweh Shem Shai keeps us safe as well as our families. And, you know, as it's written in the book of Ephesians, man, we have to put on that armor every day, you know. Just ask the Lord to provide that armor, man, to ward off these demons and all manner of wickedness throughout our lives, man, throughout our daily lives. And with that being said, we constantly want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekakwadash. Shalom.